Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Next question is summative exercise, page 116. Okay, question number 8. Okay, let's see the question. The diagram on the right shows a consumer demand curve, dx. So, the yellow curve here right, is the consumer demand curve. So, in this question, they didn't use letter Y to represent the y-axis. Okay, so the subject is not letter Y, but here for this curve, the consumer demand curve, okay, they use letter D to represent the subject for this equation. Equation of this curve. Okay, and then a producer supply curve. So yellow, this one, the pink color curve is the producer supply curve. So now they use letter S to represent the subject, okay, of the equation of the curve. Okay, and the equation is in terms of x. So this equation the same. The equation is in terms of x. Okay, only the subject here, they use letter S. Okay, the subject function S, and for this curve, the yellow curve, they use letter D to as the subject of the curve, of the equation of the curve. Okay, the region M represent the consumer surplus. Okay, consumer surplus, region M here. Okay, and then the region N represent the producer surplus. Okay, so region N, the blue region here represent producer surplus. The point P is known as an equilibrium point. Equilibrium point P there. Okay, between the consumer demand, okay, and the producer supply. So actually P is the point of intersection between the yellow curve and the pink curve. Okay, next, first find the point P here. Find the equilibrium point P. So sebenarnya kita nak cari point P lah. P tu adalah intersection point between this curve and this curve. So you just solve these two equation, okay, to find point P. Solve these two equation to find point P. Okay, let's find part A first. Find point P. Okay, maybe you all tak boleh nak buat sebab you tengok subjek dia ni, yang ini S, yang ini D. So you tak tahu nak solve macam mana, saya rasa lah. Okay, so sebenarnya dia benda yang sama je. Okay, cumanya cuba tengok you can see X can take any value here. Let's say if you choose X as 1, so you will get the value of Y. Masuk X1, you akan dapat value Y. Y itu adalah value on the Y axis. So actually SX here represent Y axis. Okay, SX itu sebenarnya adalah you punya Y axis lah. Okay, so kita guna letter Y, senang, to represent this function. Okay, sebab nanti kalau tidak you rasa susah. Sebenarnya yang berlaku SX tu, sebelum ni kita biasa nak jumpa FX, right? So sekarang ni guna, they use letter S. So sebenarnya dia Y lah. Bila you ganti value X, you akan dapat value apa? Contoh, you ganti X sebagai 1, you akan dapat value tu dekat mana? On the Y axis. So SX here is actually your Y axis. Samalah dengan DX, is actually your Y axis. So instead of writing dx equals x minus 4 square, nak bagi senang, you just write y equals x minus 4 square. So you since the point P is the intersection point, so we need to solve these two equation. So this is your first equation and this is your second equation. And you can see right now both s is y as the subject. So nak solve, kita boleh equate sajalah. Okay, masuk 1 dalam 2 ke 2 dalam 1 ke sama saja. Okay, so just equate 1 equal to, sebab dua-dua pun y sebagai subject. Okay. So kita solve. This one you can expand. Okay, macam mana cara cepat nak expand? Okay, kalau you ada macam ni, so you ambil macam ni. Ni first term you x, this one negative 4, square kan mereka. So x square dia jadi, ini jadi 16. Okay, and then ambil x, right, times negative 4 times 2, so become negative 8x, right? So you write here. So this one dia tak ada tanda apa, maknanya letak plus lah. So it is actually x squared minus 8x plus 16. Okay, so solve this one. Okay, first bawa x squared dulu lah, punggung x squared. 3x squared minus x squared, 2x squared. 2x negative become positive, become 10x. This one positive become negative 4 minus 16, negative 12. Okay, ini boleh simplify lagi, divide by 2, 6. And then boleh tekan calculator. A, polynomial, select 2, A kita 1, B kita 5, C negative 6. Okay, you get 1 and negative 6. 1 and negative 6. So bracket is x minus 1, negative become positive. Okay. Since the point P is on the right, okay, on the right of the y-axis, so on the right, so P, the x coordinate here is positive value, so we choose x as 1. So if x is 1, so substitute into, I think, put in this equation. Okay, better. So y is, x is 1, negative 3 squared become 9. So the point P is 1, 9. So the equilibrium point P is 1, 9. Okay, done. This one is part A. Next, part B. Okay, part B, they ask you to find find the consumer surplus. Consumer surplus tadi adalah region M. Okay, at the equilibrium point P. Maknanya nak cari region M je lah. Okay, dia cuma guna ayat-ayat ni saja. Dia sebenarnya benda yang sama je. Okay, right? So, carilah region M. So, to find region M, okay, so this is your region M. Boleh nampak? Okay, so now region M, okay, is bounded by this curve. Okay, jap. So the region M here, you can see, right? So dia macam ni, bounded by this curve, and then the y-axis. Okay, the equation of the curve is dx equal x minus 4 square. Okay, and then bounded by this line P, here P. So this is the region M. Okay, so how to find this region, the area of this region? So saya dah pesan dengan you, tips dia, tengok equation of the curve kan. Okay, equation of the curve, this is the equation of the curve. Okay, tadi kita dah expand dah, x minus 4 square adalah x squared okay, minus 8x plus 16. So of course lah lebih mudah dijadikan y sebagai subjek. Memang y pun sebagai subjek. So tips nak pilih whether bounded by x axis or bounded by y axis. If you make y as your subject, meaning the area is bounded by x-axis. Okay. Okay, so sentuh paksi x because you make y as your subject. Okay, alright, so if you make y, so sentuh paksi x maknanya limit is on the x-axis, so you must know what is the coordinate. Okay, here and here. So kalau kita tengok balik diagram asal dia macam ni. Okay, maknanya dekat sini x dia 0 lah. Here. Okay. So lagi sekali curve tu macam tu. Okay, sekarang kita pilih bounded by x-axis. Okay. So bila bounded by x-axis, okay, sebab dia region ni sampai sini saja. Sampai sini saja. So you kena tahu value kat sini. Dan kita dah cari tadi. Okay. So ini you punya x-axis. Okay. So bounded by x-axis kita tengok macam ni. So under the curve dia macam tu. Okay. Alright. So nak dapat yang si M tu, kita kena cari semua tolak dengan under this straight line. Okay. Okay, so sini tadi x dia 0. Sini tadi kan point P kat sini. P tadi x dia adalah 1. So sini 1 lah. So here 1. Here 0. Here 1. Equation of the curve after we make y as our subject, it is x squared minus 8x plus 16. Okay. So kita tengok daripada atas lah macam ni. Okay, so pertama kita nampak curve ni sebab shaded region tu sampai sini, jadi tak payahlah, ni bahagian ni tak terlibat, so tak payah tengok lah. Ni tak payah tengok dah. You cuba tengok tempat yang terlibat saja, sampai sini je you tengok. Okay, so bila kita tengok ke bawah macam ni, under this curve kita dapat semua ni kan, then kita nampak ni straight line ni. Okay, straight line tu macam tu. Ni. Okay, and then this is your x-axis. Right. So under the straight line, under this straight line, under kita tengok macam ni kan. So under. So kita boleh nampak kita ada rectangle shape. So kita minus lah semua. Okay, under the curve tolak dengan region ini. Mula-mula tadi kita cari semua maknanya sampai bawah under this curve kan. Lepas tu kita tolak dengan under this straight line part ni, dan kita dapat region M, area of region M, so kita kena minus lah. Okay, so tadi tinggi ni maknanya adalah apa tu, y coordinate of the point P. Tadi P tu kita dapat 19. Okay, so maknanya kat sini 1, kat sini 9. So maknanya tinggi ni 9 lah. So sini 9. Okay, sebab area of rectangle kita kena ambil panjang kali lebar. So dari sini pergi ke sini, length dia 1. Sini pergi sini 1. Okay, so sekarang kita cari. Okay, let's find the area. Okay, so kita ambil area of M. Kita kena ambil area under the curve. Okay, area is given by integration bounded by x-axis, so the limit is on the x-axis 0 to 1. Equation of the curve after you make y as your subject, you have this dx because bounded by x, limit is on the x-axis, minus dengan area of rectangle 1 times 9. Okay, it's 9 lah. So and then jangan lupa buat proses integration, x cube over 3 8x squared over 2. Okay, so ni basic integration lah. Ulang balik. Kalau you ada 8x so plus 1, right? Increase index by 1 become 8x squared, and then divide by the new index that is 2. That's why you have 4x squared. Okay, So 4x squared plus 16x 0 to 1 minus 9. Okay, minus 1, 9. Okay, masuk 1. Okay, masuk 1. Okay, masuk 0, tak ada apa yang berlaku. So, tak apalah, tak tulis pun. So, when you solve this, 1 over 3 minus 4. 1 over 3 minus 4 plus 16. 37 over 3 minus 9. So we have 10 over 3. Area squared unit. Okay, so done. So this one is part B. Okay, next part C. Okay, part C soalan minta. Okay, soalan minta apa? The producer surplus at the equilibrium point P. So maknanya tadi kita baca dia kata N represents the producer surplus. Maknanya nak cari region N lah. Okay. Okay, let's find region N. Okay, region N yang ni. Tak nampak dah. Kita tengoklah. Region N. Kita lukis lain. So this is region N. Okay, tadi point P kita ada kat sini. P tadi adalah 1, 9. So, here 1, here 9. Okay, so sama juga. Saya dah kata dah. Macam mana tips dia nak tengok whether at that this area is. You nak pilih area bounded by X or bounded by Y axis. You tengok equation of the curve. Of course, kalau you tengok equation of this curve. Okay, curve yang terlibat adalah curve ini. Tapi dia sampai sini je. So tengok yang ni je lah. And this is the equation of the curve. Okay, so of course you make Y as your subject. If you make Y as your subject, meaning you choose area bounded by X axis. Okay, so the limit is on the X axis, sentuh X axis. Okay, kita tengok. So kalau bounded by X axis, kita tengok macam ni kan. So boleh nampak, kita nampak. So yang ni dah tak terlibat. Tengok sampai sini sahaja. Because area tu kat sini je. So first you nampak straight line tu. Yeah, straight line tu. Macam tu. So, and then bounded by X axis. So under the straight line, under. So tinggi ni tadi 9. And then panjang ni 1. Kita nampak lagi area of what? Rectangle. Okay. Lepas tu, bila tengok daripada atas, kita nampak curve ni. Curve tu macam tu. Curve ni. Okay. So this is your X axis. Under the curve, under this curve. Okay, kat bawah ni. Under the curve. Under. Okay, so the limit is on the X axis. So here of course lah 0. Sebab dia mula pada sini sampai sini kan. So yang terlibat tu 0 kat sini. And then here 1. Equation of the curve is this equation. Okay, because this curve yang terlibat. Okay, so kita nak buat proses apa? Minus lah. Sebab tadi under the straight line, kita dapat semua. Kan? Sampai bawah. Bounded by X, so sampai sini je lah. Maknanya kita dapat semua ni. Lepas tu, under the curve, kita dapat region ni saja. Ni. So, kita nak yang merah tu, kita kena minus. Okay, we minus. Okay, let's find. So you can take area of what? N tadi adalah apa? Producer surplus. Okay, so ambil 1 times 9 minus dengan, okay, integrate from 0 to 1. Okay, make y as your subject, have 3x squared plus 2x plus 4 dx. The limit is under x axis because bounded by x axis. So 9 minus this one, integrate 3x cube over 3 is x cube. Sebab tu basic integration kena cakap 2 plus 1 is 3 over 3, 3 can cancel, right? This one plus 2x squared over 2 become x squared plus 4x, 0 to 1. Actually you can check, use your calculator, okay? Okay, I dah tak tunjuk lah. Okay, let's see lah, tunjuk. So ambil original function 3 x square plus 2x plus 4. Limit dia apa? 1, 0. Okay, press equal sign. So sepatutnya you akan dapat 6. Okay, kita cuba masuk 1. 1 cube plus 1 square plus 4 times 1 is 4, right? Of course lah, 6 become 3 squared unit. Okay, done. So this is part C. Okay, so this one is part C, done. And then this now we have part B, A, B and C done. Okay, so ingat macam ni. So tak payahlah nak susah hati sangat bila dia keluar perkataan pelik-pelik tu. Benda dia sama saja. Okay, alright. So sebenarnya dalam kes ni yang mengelirukan hanyalah tu subjek dia tu. Ni benda apa tadi dia cakap? SX tu adalah apa? Producer supply curve. Okay, DX ni apa? Consumer demand curve equation. Okay, so sebenarnya bila dia sebut equation ni, benda ni adalah value on the y-axis, subjek ni kan, value on the y-axis. So maknanya, okay, value di situ. Okay, jadi maknanya benda tu adalah y lah. Ganti dengan y nak bagi senang kerja kita. Buat macam saya buat ni tadi. SX tu adalah y, DX tu adalah y, and then you solve dapat. Okay, dan bila nak cari area, tips dia adalah nak pilih whether bounded by x or bounded by y. Always look at the equation yang mana lebih mudah nak dijadikan sebagai subjek. Dalam kes ni, better you make y as your subject. So when you make y as your subject, the area is bounded by x axis. So once bounded by x axis, sentuh x axis, the limit must be on the x axis. Dan cara tengok, kalau dikata bounded by x, selalu tengok daripada atas macam ni. And then under, you jumpa apa? Macam ni, nak jumpa straight line kan, curve ni, yang terlibat area ni kat sini. Jadi nampak this region bounded by the straight line, bounded by this curve and the y axis, dia kat situ. So bila kita tengok daripada atas, kita akan nampak ini straight line ni lah. Okay, lepas tu under the straight line maknanya semua. Okay, alright, and then kita akan nampak curve ni under this curve. Under. Okay, so under maknanya sebab kita tengok pada atas, so under. Macam tu lah. Okay, and then baru fikir tambah atau tolak. Okay, okay, that's all. Thank you.